Hey everyone, Bo Bryant back with the Shamrock Business Consulting Team. And today I would love to talk to you about one of my favorite subjects, because this is really in the science of menu change. But one of the things that is probably talked about most often is, let's say I don't want to change my menu, but I want to change my prices. This has to happen. We've got to change prices with the burden of labor and inflation. And this has always been a challenge, and it's never kept up. Restaurants have historically never kept up with pricing according to what inflation and labor costs do. The problem that creates is this squeezing of the middle, and you all know exactly what I'm talking about. Your gross profit continues to go down and down and down year after year. And we know from tons of consensus and conversation with clients, it's the fear of backlash. It's how are the guests going to respond? Well, if we look at what the best restaurant concepts in the world are doing, they're changing prices often and they're not worried about that backlash, but that's because they've applied a lot of science. And so here's the hack. They don't just go through the existing menu the way that it is and just change prices. They do a big reshape to the menu intentionally. So I'm just going to call it out. There's some rudimentary menu rules that are worth talking about when it comes to formatting. So first is make sure that you're not putting your pricing in a column. When you put pricing in a column, you are teaching the guest psychologically to shift over here to where it's organized and to shop according to price instead of according to item or description and what sounds great. So we want to list every item on the menu from left to right, and we want to make sure that we've got item, description, and price in that order. So think title of the book, body of the book, and then the story. The price is the story. If the book title got my attention and then the description got me hooked, then price becomes the fall off, the secondary. Critical piece, and don't put the pricing in columns. Next, and this is really where the rubber meets the road. What these big concepts, these big successful concepts know is that when they want to take a menu price increase, there are change rules that go part and parcel with that. They will shift the location of an item where it was within a category because the guest has this recall memory. They know it's amazing how much they can memorize where your menu sits, what prices are where, and what items are where. They'll immediately notice the disruption if the item's all of a sudden in a different location. Outside of changing the location, you can also change the name. Small little nuance changes, different adjective, different way to describe the name. That also throws them off and makes them feel like, wow, there's a wholesale change here. They must have done a whole new menu. That's great. We want them to think that. And then, of course, we can nuance some of the description as well. Now that really seems like a different menu, a new menu, and then price again becomes the secondary thing. Now, some concepts will even go so far as to reformat the menu every time they take a price change. I'm an advocate of that. I think that's fantastic. We have a great partner with the 240 group that actually helps us do this with our clients. We've got menu services inside of Shamrock that you can take advantage of to get new menus done. It's a big, big impact piece. So don't just think about pricing as that one core change. Think about nuancing the entire menu to minimize the disruption. So that's the hack. Look, if any of this stuff is of interest and you want to dive in any deeper, we always offer our free 30-minute consultations. You can reach out to any of the 13 consultants throughout our entire company. You go to shamrockfoodservice.com, you click on the link for resources, and then you click on the sublink for consultants, and there's a quick form. It's an online form. Shoot it back to us and we'll get back to you as quick as possible. Anyway, I hope you got some great information out of this today. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.